Okay, well here it is. This is what we're gonna be making. I know it looks kind of like a very strange cake, but it's a dome, rock dome, and I attached it to an old silver plate. I have this affinity for decorating the yard with things from the kitchens of yesterday. Anyways, so I'm going to teach you how to make one of these as well, and I'm going to stick it outside actually so that you can see what it looks like tonight when it gets dark. So with that being said, I'm going to go take it outside and give it a new home, and then I will gather up all of the tools we need to get started. Okay, so that's where I decided to put it, along my garden here. You can see some of my other pieces. They all light up. Okay, first things first, you gotta have a glue gun. I like this one because it does hot and cool temperature. I just use the hot. And I'm careful not to hold it over my lap. And then the next thing you need are some rocks. So as you can see what I got here, these are crystals that some have been tumbled just to clean off some of the gunk on the outside. But because these are clearish, it will let the light glow through really nicely. And then I also have these rocks here, which, like, I don't know, this one will look really cool with the light shining through it. So the thing is, you want to work with transparent rocks so that the light shines through. Something like this, where it's mostly jasper, probably not going to be the best. Or like this little piece of Tiffany stone, or this big piece of Tiffany stone, probably wouldn't be the best to put on there. But maybe some of these hearts. These are hearts of geodes. These will be good because the light will shine right through them. But like this Burro Creek, Arizona purple Burro Creek wouldn't do well. This might be pretty cool because, you know, you can see through it. So anyways, so the next thing that you're going to need is a bowl and parchment paper. Okay, so you just want to take a square of parchment paper and tape it over the bowl like so. Okay, and that way, when you are so you want to take your bowl and then make sure that you have the parchment covering the whole thing. And the last thing you're going to need is a tray to glue it on top of. I have another old silver tray here. So with that, we can get started. I have to just get myself ready here. I also forgot one of the most important parts is you need to go to the dollar store and get one of these stake lights. This one is like a fake rock, but they have like just plain black ones or chromed ones. And then I will show you what to do with this after we get started on the gluing of the rocks. So you're going to want to start at the bottom and work your way all the way around. And as you are gluing them with your glue gun, just make sure that you're gluing the rock to the rock and you're not gluing it down to the paper itself, which it won't matter because it won't stick when you go to pull them off, but just it makes it easier. So what I'll do is I'll go around the base, and then I'll work my way up. So I will show you that in just a moment. Okay, so now you can see what I'm doing is I am going and I'm going around, but at the same time I'm building up every 4 or 5 inches, if that makes sense, because that way when I get all the way around, then I just have to build these pieces together and then fill in the holes as I go. And I'm not going to leave a doorway open, but that's another option you can do. If you want it to be an animal home, you can leave a doorway for frogs or whatever. All right, so now I've got the whole base, ooh, still warm there. Ouch. Okay, so now I've got the whole base done, and you can see that I have these spires coming up all the way around, and then I'm going to go ahead and fill in a little bit here, and I'm going to keep working my way across, and I'm going to leave a hole on the top about that big so that I can glue this piece right here when I'm all done. So that'll just be left open. I can go about a finger's width. See that? A finger's width from the edge of the bowl in. And you can see that I put in a very big crystal on that side. Right there. There's a bunch of crystals in here. I mean, it's all crystal. This is Heber quartz crystal. Okay, so you can see that I am starting to connect them, bringing them together in the middle and up the sides. So now then I just go back and I just start filling in the holes from the bottom all the way up, all the way around. Okay. Okay, so I just have this one little hole to fill in, and then on to doing the top portion, and I will show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, so now what we need to do is we need to take our light and just give it a twist. And it comes apart. Little half twist, pull it off, pull off this. Set these aside. Who knows what you could use the stake for later. And then you want to just take the light bulb so that it is centered, poking down the center. Okay, make sure it works. Works fine. And we're going to stick it right in the middle. And then we're going to build our rocks right up to it and glue right to it. Okay? Okay, so what I did is I took the rock all the way up. I put this on top, right? And then I took the rock all the way up to make it look like it blends in better. Okay? And it still has the round shape. Okay. So now the last step I'm going to do for this part is I'm going to go in, and anywhere that I see a hole, I'm just going to fill in with some glue. And that's just going to create stability. And I'm not going to worry about covering over rocks or crystals, because for this to light up at night, it doesn't matter if the crystals are covered with a little bit of glue. It's still going to be spectacular and beautiful and do what I want it to do. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's going to take a few minutes, and then I will come back and I will show you how to finish the garden dome, the rock garden dome. All right, thanks guys. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just take this right off. Look at that. Take it right off. Pretty cool. Okay, taking it off the bowl. Putting the bowl aside. Now I can really see where the holes are that I need to fill. Now this is pretty strong. I can leave it like this. But the reason I like to fill the holes is because it's going to be sitting outside. It's going to have some, you know, weather happen to it. So for me, I want to make sure that the holes are at least filled in. If it's a big hole, I'll put a crystal over it. And then I will show you how to clean it up to make it look very professional. Okay, so the next step is to attach it to a tray. Now, I don't want to attach it to this side because it's bold. And then when the water comes in from rain or snow melting, it'll fill the bottom of the bowl and it will just be kind of yucky to me. You can do it however you want to do it, but I'm just going to turn this over. You can see it's silver plate that I only clean the top part of. I'm going to go ahead and shine this part up because I want it to reflect as much light as possible. So to do that, I'm just going to take a little bit of lemon and a little bit of salt, and I'm going to smear it across this, and it will eat away all of this corrosion. That's all that this black stuff is. And then I will come back and show you what the next thing is. Okay, so not super clean, but clean enough for me to be happy. Gonna just take a clean cloth now and go over it. Then the next step is I'm going to varnish it so it stays shiny. I'm just gonna varnish this center circle. I don't really care if the rest turns black because I know it will, because it'll be outside in the air. I do want to tell you, when you do clean silver that way, to do it in a open, ventilated room because it smells like farts. Okay, so you can see that I varnished it and it's had a chance to dry. And now what we're going to do is we're going to glue it onto the base. And we need to make sure that this is going to fit right where I want it to. Okay, I want it right up to the edge. Okay, perfect fit. Looks like my planning worked out really well on this one. So the next step I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it to the base. And then all I have to do for that is take a bead of glue and go all the way around the outer edge. And then once I'm done with that and it's had a chance to harden off, I'll go back and I'll seal around it a couple of times just to make sure that the contact is good and that it's not going to come apart out in the weather. Alright, so it looks like she's done, except for I need to go over it with a torch, and this is going to give it a final really professional finish. I don't need to do very long, but what it's doing is it's taking and melting all the little strings. Okay, melting it down. Any spots where there's big globs, it's just melting that down. Sorry about my thumb. It's hard to torch and videotape. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this and then get back to you. Okay, so it's completely finished. I have gone and taken all of the extra little strands off. So now I'm just going to put it out in the garden somewhere, and I will show you what it looks like in the dark first. I'll take it into a dark room and show you. And then if you really enjoyed watching craft take form, then please like and subscribe and share with your friends. It's a fun project, took about an hour, and if you want to see more videos about making fun outdoor crafts or anything that has to do with rocks, then watch my videos. And I just want to thank you all for participating and watching with me. And for more new videos, please subscribe and have a great day. So this is what it looks like in the dark, and I can't wait to put it outside. It's gonna look great tonight and every night.